Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to K.O.W Sunday Showdown. And tonight, we've got a bevy of action for you that I'm sure you will not want to miss. Kicking it off with this man, the #1 contender to the K.O.W Infinite Championship. And the match has been made official by General Manager Sherman. It will be David Bowe versus Adam Mays for the K.O.W Infinite Championship on Wednesday, January 31st, 2018, at the biggest pay-per-view ever in the history of pro wrestling, Clash of Immortals. It will be a huge match for this man who has not been able to really get any championship gold, and every opportunity he's had to try and get there has not gone well for him. But he cannot focus on that, because tonight he needs to focus on a different opponent from a completely different background and type of opponent. Because tonight he gets to take on one of the 3 members of the Stupidity Crew, and it looks like it's going to be Clayton Cross. And boy, oh boy, the Stupidity Crew made a huge impact a while back, taking on the Neon Knights, who at the time were the #1 contenders to the tag titles. Beat them, of course, and haven't really been seen since. And so maybe, perhaps tonight, if Clayton Cross can make a good impression against a very huge competitor in David Bowe, perhaps it could get some eyes on the Stupidity Crew and potentially get them on the way to those tag team titles. But like David Bowe, he cannot look towards the future. He must focus on his match tonight. And so here we go, David Bowe and Clayton Cross. Here we go. Big step up in Seguri to kick it off for David Bowe. And Clayton Cross immediately taking advantage, putting down David Bowe. But it's David Bowe who fights back. And now a huge suplex. No, Clayton Cross counters with a big slam. Down goes David Bowe. Clayton Cross now having all the momentum. Big DDT. And David Bowe may have had it to start, but he's definitely lost it now. And actually, no. David Bowe, never mind, Clayton Cross. But it's David Bowe who fights his way out. Huge punch to the back. Pump handle. Backbreaker. Huge pump handle backbreaker. Now sending Clayton Cross into the corner. Big drop kick in the corner. Now takes him out with a big sit-out powerbomb. Clayton Cross is down after the sit-out powerbomb. David Bowe going for the pin. 1. Not even a 2 count. And Clayton Cross, of course, taking a big shot to the back. But he now turns it around on David Bowe. And went for that DDT once more. And now it's David Bowe. And back to Clayton Cross. Good chain wrestling between these two. Never before met in the squared circle, and now here they are. Oh, huge knee to the face by Clayton Cross. Now going for the pin on David Bowe. 1. Only a 1 count for Clayton Cross. Big drop kick to the back of the neck. And then a stomp to the back of the neck. And starts working that arm. And now it's David Bowe fighting out of it. Huge clubbing blow to the back. And a big European uppercut, putting Clayton Cross down. And now perhaps going up high. Oh, some high risk. Fails to pay off. And now taking advantage is David Bowe. Slides under. Oh, big super kick by Clayton Cross. And now it's David Bowe. He's got him up. Oh, drops him right on his head. And now perhaps David Bowe looking to end it here. Oh, big slam, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for David Bowe. An epic encounter here for David Bowe and Clayton Cross. And now David Bowe taking a moment to regain himself. Huge inverted suplex for David Bowe. And now sending Clayton Cross into the corner. Putting him up into the tree of woe. Oh, huge drop kick into the corner. Goes for the pin off the drop kick. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. No. And a big drop kick to the back of the neck. David Bowe lifting up Clayton Cross. Oh, dropping him right on his face. Draping him across the turnbuckle. Goes for the pin. 1. And Clayton Cross grabbing the rope. Of course, breaking the count. As to be expected. And now it looks like David Bowe's going to go for it again. Another big backpack face buster. And Clayton Cross. He goes running to the outside. And now David Bowe's going to make him pay for it with a big fisherman's on the outside. Oh, sends Clayton Cross into the steps before he returns to the ring. And now, I don't think David Bowe wants to win like that. Oh, huge cross section. Huge cross section. But it is David Bowe now taking advantage. And now David Bowe heads back into the ring. Now he's got him. Oh, 1. I think it will be 2. Will it be the trifecta? The representation of the 3 brothers. The 3 brothers. Now what does he do here? Dragging him towards the middle of the ring. He's going up high. Perhaps we're going to see it. Does he feel a little froggy? He feels a little froggy. 5-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3. David Bowe in a very intense battle defeats Clayton Cross. But a good and huge showing for Clayton Cross. And man, what a huge victory for this man. David Bowe, who I'm sure is going to ride this victory straight to that Infinite Championship match. A man who's been on a roll lately. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our second match of the night. And it's time for some more women's tag team extravaganza action. And we're getting very close to the end of the women's tag team extravaganza. We have about, I believe, 2 more blocks left. Which is going to be about a week and a half, 2 weeks out from the end of the women's tag team extravaganza. Now, of course, the women's tag team extravaganza can actually end a little bit earlier. Because if Bad and Backwoods win their next 2 matches, no one can beat them in the women's tag team extravaganza. Therefore, they will automatically be declared winners. However, if that does not happen and they lose one of those 2 matches, the women's tag team extravaganza will continue. So it's all on them. Now, as for tonight, well, that's another story. Because tonight, there is an interesting story going on. Because Sara Gobb's tag team partner, K.O.W, the current women's champion, was recently taken out on injured reserve by Ivory West, who we will see later tonight. Of course, that means that General Manager Sherman had two options. Either option one, he can force Sara Gobb to forfeit all women's tag team extravaganza matches, or option two, he can find a substitute partner. And seeing as how Kayla is no longer number one contender to the women's title and is no longer women's champion, he went ahead and made it official that Sara Gobb's new tag team partner is Kayla. Now, however, Kayla has not been seen since losing to Ivory West just a week ago. However, there have also been rumors that Kayla was in a very angry and bitter state after her match last night. So who knows if she'll show up, who knows how she'll compete tonight, but we will find out shortly. Juma making her way down to the ring. And as always, hyped and excited, ready for tonight's match, prepared and ready to go. And so now it's a matter of time before we find out who our women's tag team extravaganza winners will be, whether they will be Bad and Backwoods, the Cosplay Bays, or potentially some other team that will challenge the New Age Bad Girls for the tag team title. Speaking of the New Age Bad Girls, our main event tonight, a women's match. Ivory West will be taking on Crystal Luck of the New Age Bad Girls. So you're not going to want to miss that. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. And of course now Sara Gobb on her way. And of course, Sara Gobb and K.O.W were kind of on their way to potentially making a comeback, assuming Baden and Backwoods, fail relatively soon. And this could be a big problem for at least Sara Gobb, not having a partner that she's worked with before. We'll have to see how they work together tonight. And of course, I would think that it won't be a big deal, but you never really know. And so Sara Gobb, of course, ready, willing, and able to work with Kayla, assuming she shows up. No one's seen her in the locker room at all today, to move forward in this tag team match. So now, will we get Kayla? What is this? Ladies and gentlemen, that is Kayla, but she doesn't seem happy about being here. She seems, as people had said, very bitter, it would appear, about losing her number one contendership to the women's title, and even possibly losing the women's title altogether. And now here we are with, wow, just wow. And of course, Kayla, at the very least, Sara Gobb has a tag team partner. I don't know if Kayla is very happy about now being, I'm sure in her eyes, demoted to the tag team division, but who knows what's going through her head now with the huge changes, and it looks like it's going to be Sara Gobb and Jaylyn Baden to start. Sara Gobb right out of the gate, some big punches. And now sending Jaylyn into the corner. Tag made to Kayla. And now it is Kayla taking over control. Huge suplex. And now Kayla sending Jaylyn Baden into the corner. Now grabbing her for a big tornado DDT. Putting Jaylyn's head directly into the mat. Oh, mad disrespect from Kayla. Kayla going for a big kick to the back, and now it's Jaylyn Baden taking control, and Kayla is like, no, I will have none of it. Oh, tries to ambush her with a drop kick, and Jaylyn Baden still in control on the outside. Oh, sends her into the post. And now it's Kayla going up top. Perhaps got something big planned, and she changes her mind. And now Kayla hugely in control. Big Falcon's Arrow. Goes for a pin. Only a 1 count. Now putting down Jaylyn Baden. Jaylyn now counters Kayla. Whips her into the corner. Sets her up in the proverbial tree of woe. Oh, huge backstabber from the corner. Now Jaylyn Baden going up to the second turnbuckle. Sara Gobb perhaps trying to be a distraction. And Jaylyn Baden completely missing Kayla. Perhaps overestimated Kayla. Big Falcon's Arrow. Goes for the pin again off the Falcon's Arrow. 1. Only a 1 count. Now picks her up. Oh, and another huge slam. For stomping right on her head. And now sends her into the corner. Puts her up high. Oh, huge knee. And now it's Jaylyn Baden. Perhaps looking for a big crossbody. And now she's going to escape for a tag. Perhaps the best idea. Perhaps not. Perhaps she could have taken advantage off the crossbody. Big stomp to the face for Juma Sims. Follows it up with a knee. Now picks up Kayla. And now Kayla turning it around and puts Juma Sims down. And now tagging to Sara Gobb. And now it's Juma countering. And now Sara counters. Huge neck breaker by Sara Gobb. Big stomp to the chest, and now Sara Gobb. Oh. Big effective elbow. And now sends Juma into the corner. Oh. Big clothesline to the direct back of Juma. Goes for the pin. 1. Not even a 1 count. Gonna take more than that. And Sara Gobb now dragging her away from the ropes. Oh, huge knee lift to the face. And now Sara Gobb, big spike DDT into the ground. And now it's Juma countering Sara Gobb. And now Sara Gobb counters Juma. And a huge punch to the face for Sara Gobb. And now Sara Gobb picking up Juma Sims. Big swinging neck breaker. Picks her up once more. Goes for a power bomb. Oh, but Juma counters it into a huge face buster. Calling for something big. But it's Sara Gobb who counters. And dumps her outside the ring. And now Sara Gobb tagging Kayla, who goes up top, perhaps looking for something big. Shooting star press to the outside. Onto Juma Sims. What an impressive match for Kayla, who sends Juma into the ring. And now she's loving it. And for no reason at all, just attacks Jaylyn Baden. And now awaits for Juma Sims to return to the ring. And a big inverted Hurricane Rana. Goes for the pin off the inverted Hurricane Rana. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And now picking up Juma Sims. Perhaps looking for a big... Oh, face plant. Mayday version 2 goes for the pin. 1, 2. Not even a 2 count thanks to Jaylyn Baden, who breaks it up. Big step up enziguri to Juma Sims. Rolls her over. Goes for the pin off the step up enziguri. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And now picks her up. And now it's Juma Sims countering Kayla. Picks her up. And now Kayla sending her into the ropes. Oh, huge super kick. Huge super kick. Goes for the pin off the super kick. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Juma Sims. And now got her up. Huge power bomb. Huge sit out power bomb. And now knocking Jaylyn Baden away. Perhaps even taking her eye off the ball. Oh, huge face buster. Huge face buster. Goes for the pin off the face buster. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Kayla. And perhaps now looking for a big tag from Sara Gobb. Some good cohesive teamwork from these two who haven't teamed with each other before. And now Sara Gobb, huge counter. Oh. Drops Juma right on her back. And now picks her up. And another huge swinging neck breaker. Huge swinging neck breaker. Really working that head of Juma Sims. And perhaps now it's time. I think so. Picks her up. Oh, huge. Huge powerbomb. Goes for the pin off the powerbomb. 1, 2. And only a 2 count. And the ref now is down. Oh, huge punch to the face. Now Sara Gobb going up top. Perhaps got something big in store. Huge elbow. Huge elbow. Now the ref's starting to stir. This match has been an amazing match so far. Now Jaylyn Baden making her way back in. Oh, huge overhead. And now Jaylyn Baden beginning to rile herself up. And Jaylyn Baden just sputters out like nothing. Now sends Jaylyn into the corner. Tag to Kayla has been made. Oh, and Kayla instantly. Oh, drops Jaylyn right on her head. Goes for the pin after dropping her on her head. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Wow. For the first match these two have teamed together, they worked quite well. As Kayla and Sara Gobb win, knocking off Juma Sims and Jaylyn Baden, who still have not gotten any points on the board. But their next match is against another team with no points on the board in Jordan Nooks and Jennifer Pace. As for these two, well, they're going to find out who their opponents are real soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event. And there she is, one half of the New Age Bad Girls, Crystal Luck. She's making her way down to the ring, and kind of interesting this match is. After Kayla lost to Ivory West last week, General Manager Sherman made the match to be a rematch between Kayla and Ivory West for the #1 contendership. However, Kayla said, no, I want no part of it. Keep me away from Ivory West. And she refused to be in the building. She said all that on Twitter after the match was made. And so General Manager Sherman went to the women's locker room and asked who will step up to the plate and take on Ivory West. And no one accepted the challenge. Crystal Luck, however, did say, she said, Ivory West isn't so tough. She got lucky to beat Kayla, and anybody can ambush the champion backstage. She's done nothing amazing worth being scared over. And so General Manager Sherman took that as a challenge and made the match. It was earlier today on Twitter that Crystal Luck then went and said, listen, I got caught up in the heat of the moment. I said some things I didn't mean. So with all due respect, I'll have to ask that me and Ivory's match is canceled tonight. And General Manager said, there's no way I'm canceling the match. And so now Crystal Luck is stuck taking on this woman, Ivory West, a woman that many females in the locker room have said is on a complete nother plane. I mean, she is on a whole nother world. She walks down the halls talking and muttering to herself. She fails to recognize or acknowledge anything. She never seems like she's here. And yet, when she walks into the locker room or down the halls, everybody runs. And tonight, well, could be a very bad night for Crystal Luck. Because this woman is, well, let's just say she's not all there. She may be a little psychopathic. And so it's main event time. Crystal Luck gets the unfortunate task of Ivory West. So here we go. The match begins. Huge drop kick out the gate. And Ivory West just viciously out the gate. And Crystal Luck will probably not so much try to win this match tonight, but just survive. Oh, and Ivory West taking a big jawbreaker. Now dragged to the middle of the ring. Crystal Luck, oh, stomps the midsection. And now Ivory West throwing Crystal Luck out of the ring. And now showboating a little bit, perhaps. And a huge shot to the face, just putting down Crystal Luck. And now Ivory West once again showboating. Oh, a huge spinning inverted DDT. Now picks up Ivory West, and now it's Ivory West countering Crystal Luck. And a huge work in that arm of Crystal Luck. Just continuing to work the arm. And now it's Crystal Luck fighting out of it. Oh, big punch to the gut. And now Crystal Luck strikes back, throwing Ivory West over her. Now goes to the second rope. Oh, misses a huge senton. Now sends her into the corner. And now it's Crystal Luck countering. Oh, huge chop. Picks her up. Chops her again. And once again, Now it is Crystal Luck. A little bit of an early celebration, though she's just surviving at this point against Ivory West. And Ivory West throws her to the middle of the ring. Goes to the second rope. Oh, huge drop kick. Huge drop kick. Goes for the pin off the drop kick. One. Only a 1 count. Oh, big drop kick to the back of the neck. And now it's Ivory West. No, never mind. Crystal Luck. Huge monkey flip. Oh, and a big heel kick. And now Ivory West sending Crystal Luck back into the corner. However, Crystal Luck fails to get there, collapsing under herself. And now Ivory West. And now Crystal Luck. Back and forth wrestling between these two. Oh, big measured elbow. Oh, and another big heel kick. And now it's Ivory West celebrating. Perhaps a little prematurely. Oh, big, huge side suplex. Now picking up Crystal Luck. Kicks to the gut. Goes for a big hip attack. Hip attack on Crystal Luck. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for Ivory West. And now perhaps gonna go for something big here. Kicks her in her gut. Picks her up. And goes for the brain dead. Brain dead. Brain dead. Goes for the pin off the brain dead. 1, 2, 3. And Ivory West knocks off Crystal Luck and continues to dominate the women's locker room here in K.O.W. And now perhaps this will be a huge statement once again to the women's locker room and to the women's champ, who at this time we have still no new news on her condition at this time. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching K.O.W Sunday Showdown. And join us Friday for Friday night fights. And hopefully we'll have some sort of update on the condition of Feo Bay soon.